You're good.
Alrighty, we're on, and hello everybody. It is me, Beth Wright, your happy yoga teacher, happy Hatha Yoga teacher, and welcome to today's class. Let us come into seated easy pose position and sit bones on the mat, nice straight spine. We always open the class singing and chanting one Om together. So palms at the heart in prayer position. Inhale in through your nose. And now affirming your connection to your higher self. Greet your higher self and your I am presence. And as we connect to Mother, Father, God, just go ahead and wash yourself in white light. Bringing the white light down from Source, Great Central Sun, as it washes down over your entire body and through your body, connecting you down into the earth, so aligning your base chakra and earth star to the heart of Mother Earth, and aligning your soul star and crown chakra to the Great Central Sun. Set your intention for your practice. And then when you are ready, you can open your eyes and let's interlace our fingers and press our hands straight up to sky. From here, lift up through your torso and then press your hands over to the left as if you're pushing your palms up to the corner of the room. So you're still lifting up out of your torso as you lean over, pressing the palms away from you and breathing into your belly. And then come back to center and now lift up out of your torso and press the palms over to the right. You don't have to lean very far. Deep breaths into your belly. Good, and back to center, and now release the arms down. Interlace your fingers in the back, and now lift the arms up just a little bit as you drop your chin down to your chest. And draw your hands down so your shoulders will drop. Breathing. Releasing the arms. And let's take a twist over to the left. So the left arm reaches up to sky. Right hand comes behind you. Twist, turning to the right, and then lower the left hand to the right knee. Twisting a little bit further, breathing deeply into the belly. Good, and now reach both arms up and twist to the left. Left arm behind, right hand to the left knee. Twisting around to the left, deep breaths. and then coming back to center. And now place your hands in front of you and just begin to walk your hands forward as you lower your torso down. We're just doing like a forward fold here. And you can drop your head, breathing into the low back. Lifting the head and walking the hands up. Now bring your legs out wide. And as wide as you can, wherever that is for you. The beautiful thing about yoga, especially online, is you're doing it alone in your own space. So you're really with yourself, and there's no one else to look at and compare yourself to. And that's the way it should be. We should always just work with our own capabilities, our own limitations, and our own energy, knowing that we are doing our best and we don't have to feel bad if we're not as good as someone else around us, right? All right, so let's turn our torso to face the left leg. And your hands will be on either side of the left leg. And now you're slowly going to lean forward, come down wherever you come, and just breathe into the back of the left leg, keeping the left foot flexed. You can have your head lifted here, gaze forward, and your heart is reaching forward. Deep breaths, and your right sits bone will lift off the mat. Let it. Don't try and force it down. Just breathing up the back of the left leg as it opens. Good. And then coming back up to center. And now turn your torso to face the right leg. Hands on either side. And begin to lean out over this right leg. Coming to wherever you end up. It could be right here, and you're just reaching the heart forward. Deep breaths into the back of the leg. And coming back up to center. And now we're going to come out in front. So hands in front, and just walk your hands forward. Heart stays lifted and reaching forward as you breathe to the insides of both legs. And come back up to center. And now we're going to do a side stretch in the same way. So you come over to the left, and then the lower arm is supporting the pose. You can drop the elbow down to the inside of the left leg. Okay, so this will support the side bend. Now, if you happen to be extremely flexible, you can lower the shoulder down toward the leg and reach the hand over toward the toes. So this, with the forearm down and the elbow underneath the shoulder, is a good place to start. And if you can't get down there, then you can plant this left hand with the elbow bent. on the inside of the leg. All right, so you've got options. You got options here. It's a side bend, and you're just breathing into this right side line of the body as well as the inside of the left leg. Deep breaths. Good. And then coming back up to center, nice and slow. And let's take it to the other side. So either the forearm comes down, the hand is down, the elbow bent inside, or you can come all the way across. Left arm reaching. Good. Coming back up to center, nice and slow. And then bring your legs in so that the soles of the feet are touching. And bring your feet away from you to create a diamond shape inside the legs. And you're going to be drawing the forehead toward the instep of your feet, where the crown sits beautifully right there, like a little holder for the head. Now, if your head doesn't reach your feet, which is a distinct possibility, then we just imagine energetically that the head is sitting cradled in the feet. This is a nice hip opener. So you're leaning forward and you're drawing your head toward your feet. If you're right here, great. Just breathe into the hips, wherever you are. Breathe into the low back. Good. And then slowly coming up. I think we're going to work a little bit with some hip openers today. That's feeling right. So we'll do pigeon in a little bit. Let's bring our legs straight out in front and just shake your legs out. Feet flexed. And you can move the flesh out from underneath your seat so your sit bones are more firmly connected to the mat. We'll do a series here of leg poses. So Janu Shirshasana, head to knee pose. Left leg is straight out in front, and your right foot comes to the inside of the left thigh. Sitting up nice and tall. And go ahead and begin to lean forward out over this left leg. Hands reach forward, and wherever they land, draw your heart forward, breathing into the back of the left leg. And this is head to knee pose. So if you can drop your head down toward your knee, great. If not, just keep your head lifted, drawing the heart forward, and breathe. Coming back up. So each pose, we're doing about 6 breaths. And that gives you time to move further into the pose and really become more aware of what you're doing, what you're feeling. And it helps encourage a greater opening within you. Plant your right hand underneath your right shoulder, and let's sweep this left arm up, for stargazer. And you'll reach the arm back, stretch through the whole body, right down to the toes, to the tips of the fingers. Right knee and right arm are supporting you. Deep breaths. Good. And then lower your seat back down. I love that pose. It's one of my faves. All right. Let's bring this right foot over to the outside of the left foot. And we're going to twist here. Flexing the left foot, sitting up nice and tall. Left arm up. And then the right arm comes behind. Now you can either hold the knee in the crook of your elbow, which is going to give you a little bit of leverage when you turn. If you're very twisty and bendy, you can bring the elbow to the outside of the knee and twist that way. The main thing here, keep the left leg flexed, keep the spine nice and long so you're drawing up from the crown of the head, and then deep breaths. This tones our internal organs, the abdominal organs, and brings blood into the spinal area. Good, 6 breaths, and release. And now bring your right foot to plant it right in front of your right hip bone. So you've got about a hand's width of space between the right foot and the left leg. Okay? And now flexing the left leg, sit up nice and tall. Lean over this left leg. And you want to keep this right knee bent and sort of hugging into your body. Now, the right sits bone will lift off the mat. Let it. And to take the bind, wrap the right arm around the right knee. Left arm comes behind. You can interlace the hands. And you're drawing your forehead down toward the knee. Now, this is the deepest expression of the pose. If you're right here with your hands and you're drawing your heart forward, just work this position, okay? Whatever works for you. Good. Releasing the hands, arms, and coming slowly back up. Right leg comes out in front. Let's just shake out the legs. And we'll do this series on the other side. Left foot to the inside of the right thigh, sitting up nice and tall. Flexing the right foot. Lift up. And now begin to walk your hands forward. Your torso is coming out over the leg, and breathe as you move into the pose. Become aware of the point that you're pushing against. Become aware of the wall that you're hitting here, or the resistance that you're experiencing. And now sit with this resistance with your breath. And see if you can move beyond that particular wall and through it. The wall becomes a door. Can you go deeper into the pose? Good. And now coming back up to center. And oftentimes we just want to look and see where our mind is limiting us. How are our thoughts limiting us? Is it our mind that's limiting the pose, or is it the body? That's a good one to check in with. Okay, stargazer, plant the left hand underneath the left shoulder, and we're going to sweep up and stretch right through the armpit, sideline of the body, from the toes to the fingers. Deep breaths. And release it down. Coming back to our position with the right leg straight out in front. And now we're going to take this left foot over to the right side of the right leg, above or below the knee, planting the foot. Sit up nice and tall, and now twist to your right. And again, you can either grab the knee with the elbow or take the elbow to the outside of the knee and lifting through the crown as you breathe. Deep breaths into the belly. Good. Release, come back to center. And now plant this left foot to line up with the left hip bone. Flexing through the right foot, sitting up nice and tall. And then your torso comes down over the right leg. You can either take the bind or just continue to draw the heart forward over the leg as you breathe. Good. Releasing and coming up. And then left leg comes out in front. Let's shake it out, shake it out. So our body is always listening to what we are saying. Our cells, everything. Our body listens to everything, every thought we think. So let's just tell our body right now, give yourself a hug and just say, I love and appreciate you, my beautiful body. I love all of you. I love all of you and I appreciate you. And notice how that feels. Feels really good. The body responds. Body responds. So always send loving thoughts to your body, even if there are parts of it that you want to change. You can still say, I love my little Buddha belly. I love my Buddha belly. You know? Once we come into that full self-acceptance, then the body changes. And I know this because I've experienced it myself. So radical self-acceptance of how you are right now without changing anything. All right, let's cross the legs, come out into tabletop. And we're in table with your fingers wide, knees underneath your hips. And let's do some cat-cow. Inhale, look up. Now press into your knees a little bit to widen the sits bones apart in the back as you turn your gaze up. And then exhale, press the heart up, tailbone and chin tuck. The air comes all the way out, and let's flow a little bit with this. Just noticing how your spine feels this morning. Good, and now coming into table, we're gonna take it up and back into downward dog. So tuck the toes and press up and back, and we pedal the feet to start so that we can gently open the back of the legs. And now come up onto your tippy toes and stretch like you can sort of rock around on the balls of your feet so that you really get a nice stretch into the toes. Keep your breath flowing. And now sink your heels, press away from the hands, sink those heels down, and a slight pulsation with the heart. Good, let's roll it out into plank. And side plank on the right hand side. The modified version is to drop the right knee, and you'll bring the left arm to stack over the right. Now if you want to do full plank, side plank, then you're just supporting yourself on the side of the right foot. Feet are stacked, and your feet are strong here. So they're like little boards that hold you up. And if you want to go even further, you can raise this left leg up high. Your choice. Whatever you want to do today. And breathe. Good. Come back into plank. And let's drop the knees down and sit back in child's pose. So you have your knees together for this one. Sit back with your heels toward your seat, forehead down on the mat, and draw your hands by your feet. Deep breaths. Good. Reach the arms long, and let's come up back into table. And now step it up into plank pose. And side plank on the left-hand side. Either drop this left knee down and reach that arm straight up, or you're going to roll to the outside of the left foot. Stay lifted in the hips. If you want to raise that right leg up, you can. Good. Back into plank. And from here, drop your knees down. This time, bring your knees wide on the mat with your toes touching, and we'll sit back in child's pose. This time, your heart melts toward the mat. Few breaths here. And coming back up into table. Knees underneath the hips, hands underneath the shoulders. And let's tuck the toes, take it up and back, downward dog. All right. I would like to do some core exercises here. And I know that's exciting for you because who doesn't love doing core? All right, this one, take the right leg high. Let's stack the right hip, bend through the right knee, and rotate the right foot in a circle. And now raise the right leg high. And we're going to draw the right knee toward the right elbow as we lengthen out and plank. 10 times we're going to do this. Knee to elbow. Up and back. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, foot up and back. Exhale. Inhale. That's 3, 4. So there's this rocking motion. 5. Knee to elbow. Up. Knee to elbow. And up. I think that's 7. 3 more. 8. 9. And last one, knee to elbow, 10. Drop the knee down in between the hands for pigeon pose. Okay, so here, to come into your pigeon, you can use a blanket, a pillow, a block. Underneath your right hip to support the pose, okay? Place it there now. Hips and shoulders are squared to the front of the mat. And now press into the top of the left foot, lifting the left knee slightly off the mat to slide that left leg back even further. Bend this right foot or flex this right foot. And that gives you a little support in this pose. From here, you're going to squeeze through the Mula Bandha, squeeze up through the perineum and the sex organs. Just feel that squeeze in that pelvic area. And now you're going to feel that energy come right up through your belly button and up through the heart. Lift the heart, lift the head. Stay here with your hands underneath your shoulders, lifting as you squeeze the root lock. If you want to go further, you can take your hands to your hips, perhaps, squeezing through the Mula Bandha. If you want to go further, you can reach the arms up into Temple Mudra. Wherever you're at, you can still have your hands on the mat. Keep squeezing through the Mula Bandha with deep breaths. Lifting through the heart. Good. Release. And now we'll come down into resting pigeon. But first, if you can adjust this right leg so you can walk it up a little bit higher on the mat if that feels good to you, or keep it right where it is, tucked in toward the groin area. So just find your perfect place. And when you're ready, go ahead and come out over this right leg, arms out in front, forehead down. Now again, go to the place where you feel the resistance, where there's a door. Knock on the door with your breath. And see if the door opens. And if it does, move through it. Now gently lifting your head and walking your hands back up. I love pigeon pose. Love it. Okay. From here, your hands are planted underneath your shoulders. Tuck the back toes under and step it up into plank. Nice strong body. So strong. I love my beautiful strong body. Everybody say it. I love my beautiful strong body. Good. Up and back, downward dog. And now we're going to do the other side. So raise the left leg up, stack the hip, bend through the left knee, and rotate this left foot in a circle. You're drawing this right heel down toward the mat. Okay, ready for some core work. Left leg straightens, lengthen out into plank as you draw the left knee toward the left elbow. And up. 1. 4, knee to elbow. Inhale, up and back. 5. Exhale, knee to elbow. 6. 7. 8. You got this. 9. And last one. 10. And now we take the knee to the center, lower it down, and come into pigeon on the other side. Use whatever support you need for this left hip, just like that. And then hips and shoulders are square to the front. Press into the top of the back foot, the right foot. Lift the right knee, and then slide that leg back a little bit more. Okay. Great. Your hands are underneath your shoulders, supporting you. Now, squeeze through the Mula Bandha. Squeeze together, and then pull up. Pull up. Feel it coming up through the body, up through the heart. Now turn the gaze up. Lift. Lift through the heart. Keep squeezing the root lock. Now you've got options here. If you feel supported from the internal core, then you take your hands to your hips. Try it. If that doesn't work, keep your hands underneath your shoulders. Okay? If you want to go further, you can bring the arms up in Temple Mudra. And breathe as you squeeze up. Good. Release the arms down. And we're coming into resting pigeon here. So you can walk this left foot up a little bit, left shin up on the mat. When you're in position, go ahead and walk your arms out with your torso coming out and your forehead. Now you might be up on your arms here or on blocks, wherever you are. Breathe into the left hip. Notice where the door is. Take the breath into the door. And those doors just swing right open. Two more breaths here. Good. Lift the head, walk the hands back under. Hands are underneath the shoulders. Let's tuck the right back toes under and step it up into plank. Plank pose. Okay, now from plank, we're going to come into upward dog. So I'm going to give you the modification first. You can drop your knees and you can drop your chin and chest in between your hands. Toes stay tucked under, your hips are up in the air. All right, from here. And then you can slide forward into cobra. That's one option. Or you can go from plank, just come onto the tops of your feet into up dog. So only the hands and the feet are touching the mat. You're lifting up through your heart. Deep breath. Stay pressing the hands into the mat so you're staying extended through the arms. There's no collapse in the shoulders. And now release. Come all the way down onto your belly. Turn your head to one side. Make a pillow with your hands. And let's just rock our hips out. And you can take a nice deep breath in and exhale with a sigh. Good. Alrighty then. Let's bring this. Let's see, what do I want to do next? All right. Bring with your right side of the face onto the mat. Your left hand underneath your left shoulder, elbow in. Bring your right arm out to the side in a T position, palm facing down. Bend through this left knee and let's step it back so that we're opening the shoulder and the front that's on the ground. Now relax your head, relax your neck, and breathe. You can reach this left arm back. Open up the whole chest and the left shoulder as well. And just keep breathing right into this front of the right shoulder. I love my beautiful body. I appreciate my beautiful body. Say it out loud. I take care of my beautiful body. I appreciate my health. All right, and then let's roll it back onto our bellies nice and slow. And then we're going to take it to the other side. Left arm out, palm facing down. Right hand underneath the right shoulder. Bend, left side of the face is on the mat. Bend the right knee. And now roll open as you step that right foot back. And notice how the front of the left shoulder is feeling. You can reach this arm back. Deep breaths. Relaxing the head and neck. Good. One more breath here. And then coming slowly onto the belly. One of the ways that I show my body that I love it is that most mornings I will juice celery. And it's the medical medium. It's recommendation. And I don't really follow his protocol, but I just noticed that my body really loves celery juice. It made my tummy feel good. And it really makes my skin shiny. It makes me happy. So I do it about 4 to 5 mornings a week, and my body loves it. And that's how I show my body my appreciation and love for it. All right, now we're moving into bow pose, Dhanurasana. All right, so reach back, grabbing onto both ankles with both hands. Now, let me give you the modification first. Here, you can just, if you can't reach your ankles, you're just gonna lift your chest up and reach your hands back just like this. This will be the modified version of this pose. If you can reach the ankles, grab onto them and lift everything up. Breathe. One more breath. And now release it down. Make a pillow with your hands. Turn your head to one side and let's rock the hips. Good. And now bring your hands underneath your shoulders and let's come up into table and then come onto our seat. And we've done all these beautiful hip openers with our pigeon. So let's do Tarasana again and see how much more of an opening we have in this pose now that we've done some other work in opening the body. Feet together, take them away, take them away. Diamond shape in the legs, sitting up, and then leaning forward, hands come around the toes, and adjust the feet so that the head comes into them. Good. And now we're going to do one more of those. So bring the feet now in close towards you, as close as you can get them. Sitting up, hands come around. You can interlace the fingers, bring them around the toes. And now you're going to round your back, dropping your head down. Deep breaths into the belly. Good. Coming up. Wonderful. And now we've got about 10 minutes left, or 8 minutes for Shavasana and a guided meditation. So bring your feet out in front, hip width apart, bring your arms out, and let's slowly lower down one vertebrae at a time so that you're using the core to come down. All the way down, and arms out to a T position, palms facing down. Bring your knees up toward your chest. And we're going to do a twist to the right. Both knees come over to the right, keeping the left shoulder down. And then bring the knees back to center and then drop them over to the left. Right shoulder stays down. And now just bring both legs out wide. Turn your palms to face up and come into your final resting pose, allowing all of the movement of today's class to be integrated into the body as you just allow yourself to be still. And with your eyes closed, take your awareness to your feet. Relax and release any tension in the feet and ankles. And just tell your feet that you love and appreciate them. They take you everywhere. They're amazing. I love and appreciate my beautiful feet. Become aware of your calves, shins, knees, thighs. Allow them to release any tension and send your love and appreciation to your beautiful legs. Good. Bring your awareness to your hips and pelvis area, as well as your seat, your bum, and allow any tension to be released that you're holding there with the breath as you send your love and appreciation to this whole area of your body. And now bring your awareness to your belly, your abdominal region, as well as your back, your middle and lower back. And just sending your love and appreciation to this area as you release all holding. Any tension, just let it go. Now bringing your awareness to your heart, your chest, your breasts, your shoulders and arms and upper back. Releasing any holding, any tension here as you send your gratitude and appreciation to this area of your body, these areas. Sending it your love and to your beautiful, beautiful heart. Bringing your awareness to your throat and the back of your neck. Releasing any tension in your jaw and neck. And just let your tongue relax. Allow your tongue to soften. Sending your love and appreciation. And now bring your awareness to your face, your head, all around the ears and eyes and nose and mouth. Letting all those tiny muscles relax and sending love and appreciation to your head, your brain, to the left hemisphere of your brain and the right hemisphere of your brain. And now just tell your whole body how grateful you are to have this body and how much you appreciate and love it, all of it. And now give yourself another hug here. Hold yourself on the mat and just rock a little bit and really feel this love and care that you have for you, your body, your soul's home. This is your vehicle that your soul has chosen to express itself through in this lifetime. Honor it, love it, appreciate it fully, no matter what, unconditionally. And then reach your arms long overhead on the mat. Stretch through the whole body, through the toes. And bend your knees. Roll onto one side. And press up to your seated easy pose where we began. Palms at the heart in prayer position. Remembering that your intention that you set. And we'll close the class with one Om, breathing in together. I bow to the beautiful, unlimited light inside of you that it also resides within me. Namaste. Thank you to Mother Earth and Father God. Mother, Father God. And thank you everyone for joining, and I hope you have a wonderful day. My name is Beth Wright. You can find me on the internet under energyhealingteacher.com, and also I'm on Facebook under Spiritworks Beth Wright. So we'll see you next time. Thanks for showing up for yourself.